Good morning, Rob here. I just wanted to go through the wiring diagram and the parameter settings for a fridge for the LILYTECH ZL630A. So this controller can be set for fridges or freezers. Comes with two temperature sensors. NTC temperature sensors just means that NTC just means as the temperature goes up, the resistance in the sensor goes down. Just to be aware as well that this sensor is not compatible with the likes of a Dixel or a Corel. Both NTC, but the resistance in the sensor is different, so they're not interchangeable. So this comes set at -15, but I've already set it to 2. So it's set at 2. So 2 is the cutout. Press it again, it goes off. To get into the parameters, so you got to press up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Once one is right over here, press set. Now you're into the parameters. So U10 is the time delay for when the controller cuts in, when the compressor first cuts on. And I always set that for a fridge. I always set that to 4. So if you push S, change that to 4, and then go into 11. 11 is the time between compressor starts. So I always have that on 4 as well. Okay, so 12, I don't think we need to worry about. We need to get to 20. Now 20 is the ambient temperature, or the room temperature calibration. That's on 0. If you have to calibrate it, there it is. 21, that's the defrost sensor calibration. I've got all this at the end as well on a photo. So that's on 0. So 22 is a differential. Let's set that to 3. So it's going to go between 2 and 5. Okay, and 30. 30 is the defrost period. Well, I would set this as a fridge. I would set this for every 2 hours, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Every 2 hours. And let's go to 31. And 31 is the time. I'll set that to 15 minutes. So it's going to defrost every 2 hours for 15 minutes. Okay. And then 32 is the defrost temperature. So the defrost cutout. So the temperature that the defrost probe reads in the evaporator, we want that at 5 degrees. So if the defrost coil is warmer than 5 degrees, it won't defrost. So this way, you always guarantee that the evaporator is clear of ice. So it comes on the defrost every 2 hours for 15 minutes. If the defrost coil is warmer than 5 degrees, it won't defrost. It'll just keep on doing its normal thing. It knows it doesn't need a defrost. And of course, there's no defrost heaters. It's just fan defrost. Okay. Then the next one up is oh geez, hold on. I've got to go back in. I'll bugger that up. The next one was 33, which is the dripping time. Well, on a fridge, we don't want any dripping time. So take that off. So 33 dripping time, no dripping time. Okay. And then the only other one we need to worry about on a fridge is I like to get up to 70, and I like to set 70 to 2, which means when it goes on the defrost, it'll just show the cabinet temperature, so the customer doesn't worry. Now, to lock all those parameters in, we have to push P and hold P in. Okay, so now they're all set, and as much as this has a 10 amp relay in it for the compressor, and that's all we're using at the moment. You just wire the evaporator in to run all the time. Obviously there's no defrost heater, so you don't have to worry about defrost, and it's got a 10 amp, but I'd always put it through, I'd always put the compressor through something like this. This is just a 25 amp relay. I'd always switch it through a relay. And I'm just going to hover over my iPad, if I can get that. I'll leave that there. Hover over my iPad so that let me turn my light off. So I'll show you there. So when it's a fridge, we just need power on 4. Compressor goes to 6. We need power on 7. Neutral on 8. The rest we don't need, because there's no defrost. We're not running the fans through the controller, and the sensors there, we just have the ambient sensor, the room sensor on 10, defrost sensor on 11, and both of them, but the other sides of the sensor on 12. And I've just written down there, just hover over it for a while so you can see that. Okay, and just getting back to the controller, what I do like about it, to get the defrost sensor temperature, all you got to do is push that. So the defrost sensor is 14.7, and the ambient or the cabinet sensor is 15.2. They're a little bit different, but quite often sensors are not exactly, or they're never exactly the same. If you want to put it onto defrost, just hold this top one in now. Hold in, and very shortly. See, it's gone on to defrost. Compressor's gone off, and it's gone on to defrost. Okay, that's it. Oh, I suppose the only other thing is just be aware this is actually set up for a freezer, but just always, it's going to go on the back of the controller here. Just always use little connectors, and don't put 2 wires in the same hole. That is terrible. I see that a lot. Always use a connector in the back of the controller. Okay, that's how I set up a LILYTECH, what was it, 630 ZL630A to work as a fridge.